My name is James Chesley Scott Bradbury. I'm originally from Toronto, Canada, but during the last 5 years I moved over to London, England and studied my master's degree at Central St. Martin's. And recently I've just relocated back to Canada and I'm now living in Montreal. My work stems from a relationship I'm having with discussing my family history. All the work throughout the time I've worked since graduating from Central St. Martin's has focused on this personal history or personal narratives within my life. Just as I was leaving to go to London, I felt I was in limbo, and so this work really describes this sense of limbo that I lived in, with growing up in a multi-ethnic household, my mother's family being black Jamaican, my father's family being white, Irish, Welsh, Canadians. And so my work that I'm presented for this exhibition is dealing with space in a psychological and physical sense, as well as socially. How do we inhabit these spaces? And so I've used watercolor, as I've used in the past, to investigate this relationship between race, globalization, and multiculturalism, which is a continuum within my work. And for this particular exhibition, I've included the use of a neon sign, and as well using tape lines to actually physically demarcate space. The neon is an expression that is used in Quebec, or has been historically. The neon reads "speak white," and this was a term that the English used to, or sometimes still do, use to towards the French. And I was really captivated by the history of this expression. The museum, the poem by Michel Lalonde, "Speak White," along with the history of how the word has been inverted by minority groups, so that "Speak White" is not only a detrimental expression, but it's being subverted in a way which it becomes empowering, whereas it's a rejection of that exact thing. Within my work, I think it's important to use humor, especially since the work is quite heavy in terms of its context. So I like to use the work, or I like to use humor within the work. I would say similar to that of someone like William Hogarth. While I was living in London, I used to attend the National Gallery quite often, and I would go and take a look at his series of 6 paintings. It was called the Marriage à la Mode, and it was 6 paintings which were a satire of the kind of social class of Britain during these times. So I like to use this within the context of my work and create a link between high and low culture, and what is the demarcation between what is high and low culture. And I think hip-hop aesthetics and hip-hop in general really is something that at its core tries to kind of deconstruct these notions of what is high and what is low. And specifically, you know, today hip-hop culture is the most popular disseminated culture really throughout the world, and I wanted to bring my specific reference point to that, growing up in a hip-hop age and hip-hop politics, hip-hop aesthetics.